Hi, my name is Spencer, and today I'll be reacting to Star Trek Discovery Season 4, Episode 11. Taking a little bit of a break from Prodigy at the moment. I'll get back into it after I do this episode. But I haven't lost all interest in Discovery, in how this season will resolve with Tarka, and sorry about that, had to quiet the dogs. But yes, I am curious about what's going to happen with Tarka. Will he be successful in returning to his friend? Will things work out between Saru and President Reno? Will they contact Species 10C? Probably. But I suppose I'll find out when I watch this episode and beyond. But before I get into this episode, don't forget to like this video if you like it, and if you have anything to say about this episode or the previous episodes, please put it in the comments. Also, if you're not currently subscribed but you like this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. It really helps me to stay motivated to keep doing this and helps the channel to grow, so thank you. I don't think I have anything else to say before just getting into this episode, so I will go ahead and do that.
29 hours. Billions of...
Well, you better move your butts. Just contact 10C.
They live inside of a hyperfield. And right now, I have no idea how to get in.
Knock on the door.
Its star is surrounded by Dyson rings made from the same rare...
Interesting.
That this planet must have been the 10C's home at some point.
Maybe. I'm down for this. It's a cool concept. Hope they find something useful.
Fly good. You got it.
Oof. Still not a fan of Adira's awkward line delivery, but I mean, I think that's just the character. It's not necessarily the actor. But I like that Detmer didn't really feed into that awkwardness and just was like, "Thanks. Cool. I will."
Before we do.
Kick me while I'm down, why don't you?
Okay, so we don't have to waste a whole episode getting Book and Tarka through the barrier.
Patch has to be installed manually.
You want to go on board?
No, in fact, that's the last thing I want to do. But the access point I need is in engineering.
I'm going with you.
I can move faster on my own.
Interesting. Stealth sneak mission onto Discovery.
While a xenoanthropologist is understandably the best choice to lead this mission, is Captain Saru's presence truly necessary?
I mean, she can't be the only xenoanthropologist on board, but I think if they picked someone else, they would risk having a red shirt situation.
I must voice my dismay at this decision.
I ask that you reconsider, so that we might better commit the precious time that they have left to actually attempting to communicate with the 10C. We have much to convey, and no idea how long it will take to do so.
She's got valid concerns. Valid dismay.
Home to me. Whatever we might find out on that planet.
But I also see where Burnham's coming from. Also, this is Burnham's show. So any decision she makes has to be the right decision.
Oh, one structure looks like it's still intact.
Perhaps it was reinforced in some way?
But why?
We're about to find out.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, apologies. I should have clarified. I do not read any life signs, including ours.
Fascinating. What the?
Take cover!
Huh? What the heck?
Just, disoriented.
Are you sure?
I said I am fine, Commander.
Well, a bit snappy.
If I'm not mistaken, we're looking at the cusp of an extremely large bone.
Huh. Interesting.
Because if you lose focus and we're still on board Discovery when that shuttle gets back,
These people, they become family to me.
It's not like you're sabotaging their ship. You're just hitching a ride. There's nothing malicious about that.
Engineering's this way.
Well, here we go. I'm excited to see how that works out for them.
I seem to be feeling things I have not felt for quite some time.
What are you feeling?
Becoming of death.
Took me a second to realize what he said. The coming of death. I thought it was going to be something more along the lines of fear, but that works too.
Eltonian?
ancient Earth. Dr. Kovich introduced me to.
3D crossword.
Moving forward, I would like you to exercise a...
Assignment? No. Maybe? No. Delegation. Obligation. Okay. I saw the Gaitian. Didn't see the beginning of the word.
With evacuations, mounting a defense.
We still have time.
They don't know about Earth and Navarre.
Opportunities multiply as they are seized. We should have gone directly into the hyperfield.
Well, you're welcome to take a shuttle. Well, probably not welcome, but I would welcome it personally. I'd like to see what would happen. What? It looks like a bunch of jellyfish. So jarring. I guess that's the point.
Here.
What the? Huh. Fascinating. So it can be passed on, kind of, in a way. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it.
I put in the patch, you track down Ndoye.
See you back on my ship.
Hey, Book.
Be careful.
Be convincing.
And convincing, I guess. Okay, so I got pretending to be Reno, right? That's what I got from the message. I just didn't quite see it completely.
We're all here to help.
Okay, so now she's being affected. Well, at least they're not the only ones.
Lights. Screaming. Our fear responses are being triggered to an exceptional degree.
Maybe it's like some defense mechanism to keep them out.
It changed at all.
Yet.
Yeah, yet.
Figure out what's going on. Deborah, you stay back and keep safe, okay? This mission?
I mean, it affected you randomly, Burnham. Why wouldn't it affect her randomly as well, you know? You have no reason to believe that she's immune to this or free from it based on proximity.
Oh, that...
That's really funny.
Just thinking about Commander Detmer.
Oh, I see. When Gray's away.
Okay, no. Sometimes wish that I could be a little bit more like her.
What? Outgoing? Less awkward? I mean, I would like if you were less awkward.
Ask her how she was after we flew out of a wormhole and crashed.
That's true.
Don't start with, I want to be you. It's kind of creepy.
I don't know. I don't mind this storyline, this whole Adira aspiring to be more like Detmer. It's just, kind of feels like it came out of nowhere.
I knelt in it when I was treating you.
And I touched it when I was examining the tricom.
And I haven't come into direct contact with it.
Okay. So, I can accept that as an explanation.
There.
Does it work for all of them? Well, at least one of them was clear-headed enough to do that, to fix it.
It appears the 10C left something behind after all.
What is it?
If we lose replicators out here, we starve to death. No pressure.
No pressure. I love her dry delivery, even if it can be a bit much sometimes.
President Reno?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
2 minutes. That's what I ask.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to convince her. She's already so...
If you believe so firmly in Captain Burnham's abilities, why not simply trust that first contact will succeed?
True.
I can't let the lives of billions of people hang on a hope that they'll be sympathetic. Can you?
I can see his logic.
The 10C capitulate before United Earth is in the red zone. You and Mr. Tarka must stand down.
You have my word on that, General. Do I have yours?
Well, you don't have Tarka's word. And, we know how that worked out last time.
The DNA inside of here would have belonged to infants.
Huh? Is this like a...
Must be a cocoon of some kind.
Not my first thought, but...
This room is a nursery.
Okay, that's more along what I was thinking. A nursery.
Cultural context.
I wonder...
How do you even know you're looking at 10C? This could just be more of like a zoo, like animal conservation type of situation. I mean, I guess it would still indicate that they value life, but still.
Feels like love.
Okay, they're all choosing to feel it this time.
It's peaceful.
So is it like the feelings of whatever beings they come into contact with? So this is like the feelings of the babies before the planet was rendered uninhabitable.
Installing the patch now. All sensors will go numb in 5. What's your status with Ndoye?
I was about to say, why is he speaking? But he's reporting to Book.
Someone's screwing around. Today is not the day. Please tell me I just spoiled a surprise party.
Well, found him pretty quick. Now you're just gonna have to convince her not to report it.
Maybe these hydrocarbons are the pheromones of the 10C, a way for them to communicate with one another.
The mones.
Blast me with more mones!
What if this is our Rosetta Stone?
That's the title of the episode.
Your emotions tell a story. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they can do.
Well, I guess if you can find a way to express, hey, you're killing a bunch of innocent lives, and that's really hurting our feelings. Maybe that'll make a difference.
It's okay to not be in control for 5 minutes.
As long as it doesn't put anyone in danger.
Equally possible that they already know, simply do not care.
Yeah, I mean, just like Kovic said, you don't know. You really just have no idea what's going to happen, what the response will be.
If you could use a moment of respite after the challenges of the day, you are welcome to join me for a stroll.
Yeah, let's get some of that horny dust.
I would enjoy that immensely.
Sorry, that was a dumb joke. Of course he's watching. It was a nice reveal. I wasn't expecting it.
Thank you for letting me know she was back.
You're welcome.
I'll get out of there before Zora detects ya.
Oh, by the way, I did fly good today, so thank you for that.
You just don't even ever have to mention that, like, ever again.
Or we could mention it every day for the rest of your life.
I approve. I like this.
You asked to see me? Please sit.
What happened with Tarka and Reno?
I just wished I could stay in that a little longer.
Well, if you can find a way to replicate these hydrocarbons, you can start selling it like drugs.
What if Saru was right? What if they know what they've done and they don't care? How do we connect with a species like that?
We'll find a way.
I mean, it's still worth trying.
Got some news about the missions to that planet. We're hoping to try.
Nothing like coming home to an unexpected hostage, am I right?
Of course he did. At least he didn't kill her. But I don't think he wants to harm anyone. Well, wasn't sure how that was going to end. I guess I'm not entirely surprised. I don't know, I mean, not a terrible episode. I enjoyed, I don't know, I like the idea of the hydrocarbon dust, whatever you want to call it, being the remnants of 10C's emotions. And I'm curious how Discovery is going to use that to convey to 10C the message that they want to convey, you know. Like I said, the whole Adira and Detmer story, I don't mind it. It's just, it kind of felt out of nowhere. Like, that initial fly good was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But, I don't know. In the end, I think it's okay. Like, it's not something that's gonna bother me in terms of the narrative of this story. The moment with Detmer on the planet where she was vulnerable, it didn't totally feel out of place. I mean, if you're feeling that emotion so intensely, then, like, yeah, I mean, you would want to explain yourself. So it didn't feel like it was shoehorned in there like some of the previous bridge crew member moments. Tarka and Book sneaking onto Discovery. I mean, it works for me. It didn't feel like it didn't make sense. Like I'm kind of glad I'm kind of glad that they weren't totally successful in being discreet, that there was some, I don't know, consequence for their actions, that it didn't just go perfectly. Although it makes me wonder, how are they not gonna, like, how is Discovery not going to realize that Reno is missing? I mean, for us, it's not every episode that we get to see Reno. And I mean, at least for the first few episodes of this season, I had kind of forgotten about the character. Not necessarily forgotten, but like, I didn't really feel her absence. But I assume that the crew of the Discovery is a bit more in the know than we are, or at least more present in that sense. So I expect them to detect her absence relatively quickly, but I guess I'll find out. I mean, interesting concept for an episode in terms of, I enjoyed seeing them visit the planet in order to get new information. That made sense for the plot, but I could also understand the Earth delegate, I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I can see where she was coming from and her motivations, her perspective. And I'm glad that Book was able to sort of use that to their advantage. Yeah, I mean, I think the next episode is called Species 10C, so I can only guess that they are going to attempt first contact. But it's not the final episode just yet. There's still one more after that, which is called Coming Home, which I have theorized that it could be related to Tarka finally being able to return home to his friend. So, I don't know. I hope they're all successful. I mean, I can only imagine they would be. It would be kind of shocking if everything sort of went to crap by the end of the season and Earth and Navarre were destroyed and Tarka never gets home. So, yeah, I expect there to be some level of success. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments. Don't know what else to say beyond what I have for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. And hopefully I will see you guys next time.